Oh, I'm looking forward to try these. Hello everyone and welcome to another video. My name is Amanda. Today we are going to deal with all of this. About a week ago I uploaded my unboxing of this, and that was filmed in real time almost a month ago now, and I haven't been in these boxes since that day. So this is really exciting for me. What I want to do is go through all the accessories, because when I was making this order, I was really curious on all of the accessories on the site because they're fairly cheap. I was trying to look for videos that showed their use or that reviewed them or anything like that, and I found very few. So I wanted to make a proper video just going through what I ordered, kind of explain what I'm planning to use it for, giving you my first impression just holding the item. We'll try them out. I only have about 45 minutes to do this, and my unboxing took me between 2 and 3 hours. So if you sense that I feel rushed, I do feel rushed, but I'm not trying to make a 45 minutes long video. So I hope that I can do this fairly quickly. But I also really wanted to show you these because I would have liked to see that. I'm going to take everything out of the boxes, even the things that are not accessories. When I say accessories, I mean all of the things that you order on the page that says accessories. But I need something to test the accessories on, so that's why I'm gonna pull everything out. So let's get started here. I'm gonna sort things into different categories so we can go through similar things together. I have this one. This is a small drawer pouch. I'm planning to use this as my pencil case. Okay, so I wanted to start with the notepads. I got one in the A6 size, and I got 3 in the weeks size, and then I got 2 in the A5 size, and I based that on what I'm assuming I'll use them for. So the A6 size has perforated pages, see here by the arrows. That is basically what made me pull the trigger so easily on these. I'm not planning to use them with my A6 size planner. There's no difference in these as far as I can tell, except for the outside cover, like this color. But I thought if I needed to tip something in to my cousin, which is gonna be like a casual, have everything in one space kind of thing, if I needed to add something to a daily page, because of course I'll be limited to 1 page per day, then these would be great because they're Tomoe River paper, which is very thin, and I don't want to put, well, I'll try to avoid to put regular post-its and such in there because it will bulk up pretty easily, I imagine. I got these to use for that, so not actually to use as a notebook, which is probably interesting, but there's 3 of them. And then these come in a pack of 3 as well. I'm gonna look through. Okay, so these have that, they call it the invisible line. The week's planner has that too. In the weekly spread where you have the blank page, you have that line too. So one thing that I was curious of is how many of these can I fit in this. This is Hobonichi Weeks Mega Sneakers version. That's why the cover is so big on it. I'm just gonna put two notepads in here and see what it does to, I like the brown one better, to the bulkiness. Or maybe not the bulkiness, I don't care about this bulking up. This will be my everyday carry, or like what I take when I go grocery shopping and stuff. I spend most of my time at home. That's not bad at all. But I'm planning to use one as a prayer journal, and then I'll just change it whenever it's filled. And then I was thinking of maybe having a second one in here for recipes and such, so that I can reference it when I'm in the shop or on the go. So they fit pretty nice in there. How exciting. And then there's the A5 size. So as you saw here, the memo pads is a bit shy of the other sizes. If I take this notebook and compare it to the cousin, you'll see it's shorter, and that is so you can fit it into the cover. This front thing is so thick. I like it, but it's kind of difficult to pull up. You can fit it in here and it won't stick out. That's, I'm guessing, why they did that. And I like that. Yeah, when I ordered, I didn't know exactly what I was going to use these for, but I knew I would probably find a use for them. All of these Memo pad books, if I'm not mistaken, has a grid of 3.7 millimeters, which I think is smaller than the cousin. Is it? It looks about the same to me. How about the weeks then? Because the weeks and the cousin should be different size. Well, it looks the same too, or what? Oh no, no. The weeks, okay, so the weeks are different. The weeks are smaller, and the notepad or the Memo pads is the same size grid as the cousin and the other regular planners. So that's nice to know. The price on these, I think, is really good. Grab them, or look at them at least. They're really cheap for what you get, I think. Then we have pencil boards, and I am sorry for all of the plastic and the glare. I have pencil boards in all 3 sizes, and I only opened one in the unboxing just to feel it and test it out. And I really enjoyed it. I'm happy I bought this. One thing that I was really unsure of when I made the order, as I probably said in the unboxing, is how many to get of these. And I'm thinking I maybe got too few, but I didn't want to go overboard. So I bought 5 in the A5 size, and this was the only available color. I didn't like any of the other ones that they had. Okay, so I had to leave for my doctor's appointment, and I found out that my phone stopped recording. So most of what I filmed before the appointment is gone. I was talking about the pencil boards when I left you, or my phone left me. And I was saying how I'm a bit worried I got too few. I'm gonna have 2 in my cousin and 2 in my day-free A5, and then 1 in my notebook. So that's not overboard. Hopefully there's enough, so I don't have to change them around too much. I got 3 different for me in the A6 size. I showed you the other 2. These are for the gifts that I bought, but they look like this. But this is what I bought for myself, and these will all go into my A6 Stay Free journal. And then I bought 2 colors for the weeks. So I have all of the 4 different colors that were available. I'm not a huge fan of colors, and as I said in the unboxing, I would much rather have something really light like this, just blank or with the grid. Because the paper's so thin, you'll see the color through the pages. I have, as you might have guessed, already gone through some of the stuff. That's why this looks different, but I'll go through it again, of course. But I have tested out some washi and stuff, so you will just take a look at that together. I was showing you that I got a pack of mild liners. I think they had 3 different color combinations on the website, and this was the only one they had that I did not already own, so I picked it up because it was fairly cheap and I was already paying for shipping. I tested the colors out here. I saw one girl, she was pointing out how the angled tip here fits perfectly into the grid, and that is very true. It's perfect. So I'm really excited to use mild liners in the Hobonichi books. These colors are definitely the lightest ones that I have. If I compare it to probably the lightest ones that I use at the moment, this is the lightest color. That's green. That's fairly light too. And then there's the gray. But most of my pens, or the mild liners that I use, are fairly opaque. Maybe it's also the paper that makes it appear different than they do in the moleskin that I'm currently using. So here you'll also see that I tested out these 2. They are Pentel Pula Man in red and blue, and they also had the black one. It was sold out, so I bought these two instead. I was actually only planning to buy the black one to test it out. But since I couldn't have the black, I went for both the blue and the red. And I like writing with them. It was really enjoyable. I was talking about this one. I got a very cheap fountain pen with refills. And I've never used a fountain pen to my knowledge. And I want to research how they actually work before I do anything with this one. I can see that the black ink is loose in the body, so I probably need to look into that before I can use it. Yeah, so I'm just gonna put that aside and not test it out. Then I was showing you these ones. These are stencils that Hobonichi make. They are probably one of the accessories that people buy the most. I bought the green one because it's the design that I think I'll use the most. I'll definitely use the grid boxes over here and the symbols, maybe the stippled line here, and these to mark time and stuff. Maybe the numbers. And then there's an arrow down here and a ball up there, or a circle. So this one I think I will use the most. Then I bought this one. I might use the weather ones. I'm not sure. Probably not, but maybe. But I bought it mainly for the top ones. So this is a circle that fills 2 grid spaces, or like 2 by 2. So these are bigger symbols, and I might use that for something. And then this one I thought was made for the weeks, and I was actually testing it earlier because the grid size in the weeks is smaller than the other techos. And I thought that I had heard that this was made for the weeks. So this line out here is a centimeter ruler, and this here is the grid size. And I was comparing this grid size to the weeks, but it's different. This grid size here actually fits the cousin and the A6. If I line it up here, you can see that it does not follow. Yeah. I guess many people use this one in the weeks because the size of it fits nice on the page. And I'll definitely use this as a ruler. I also think that I will use this line here to mark off time, and the triangle, the circle, and the square there, and maybe the numbers. But definitely, probably mostly as a ruler if I don't carry around one of my other rulers that I use now. Then, as you saw, I went ahead and tested the washi that I got. Firstly, I bought these 3. Hobonichi does a collaboration with MT, or I think they do that on a regular basis. But last year they did a collaboration that resulted in these 3, and they came both as washis, but also in covers. And I swatched them here, and I actually found out that normal size washi, which is 1.5 centimeter, fits perfectly over over 4 squares. It fits perfectly. So that's nice. I didn't know that. So yeah, I like these ones. I like all of them. I probably like the blue colors the most, and I really enjoy this one. But I also like the warmth of the red one. And they were cheap, and we don't have a lot of options here in Denmark. So whenever I can get my hands on nice washi, I try to do it. Then I bought this one. This I opened in the unboxing. I don't remember the brand. It's not Hobonichi brand, but they sell them. And they looked really nice and interesting on the website. And I was a bit disappointed when I opened it. It's a really nice design, and it looks textured, but it's not. And it's not a washi tape. It's more like plastic, which it also states on their website. But I like the design. But I'm a bit sad I got this one because it's not textured. I don't know what I was thinking. And I think some of the other designs would have been nicer when it is like it is. But yeah, I'll still use it. It was more expensive than these were. Then I showed you that I got 2 of these. So these are the KITTA brand washi strips. They come in 2 different sizes or widths. So this one is a more narrow and this one is a regular size washi. And they come in strips. I think there's 10 of each design. So there's like 40 total here and 80 total there, if I'm not mistaken. It doesn't say. And you rip it off and you, ooh, I did not mean to do that. You peel the backing off and then you have a washi strip. So I got one of the wider ones, normal ones, and one of the slimmer ones. I'm planning to use these to tip in, for example, the perforated pages like this, because this is so slim and hopefully won't bulk up over time too much in the cousin. And these are credit card sized, so they fit in the pockets in the Hobonichi covers really nicely. So I'm excited to use these, and I'm not going to test them because I feel they're so precious that I just want to save them. Then I got these ones, and as you might have seen in the unboxing, I was a bit surprised by the size of these. I thought that they would be normal post-it size, but they're not. They're way smaller. I bought them because I wanted to use them for lists that I changed the position of, like if I write a list and I move it from weekly to weekly or from daily to daily, because it said that these were really nice for repositioning. And that is because all of the dots that you see is the glue, so they are glued all the way, whereas normal post-its, they are like, they only have the glue at the top. I'm not really a fan of the color either, so the size and the color is off. So I don't know what I will use them for now. I might use them more in my weeks, just due to the small size of them. I can show you here. And they actually feel really different, but nice. So I'm excited to try them. I got tabs. And as you can see here, I tried a few of them out. This is basically the same product, except these are refills, and I will open them. And these, this is the case that should hold them. There were 2 different designs, and I didn't really like any of the designs. So I actually thought maybe I should just get the refills because the product is the same. I didn't know if you had to use the entire refill at once when you put them into here. So if I used up, let's say, the big blue ones here and I just wanted to refill them, could I do that without like using up all of the others first? I just had a lot of questions. I didn't know how many sheets were in here. I can see here that it says 189 sheets. From what I can tell, you can replace every single one on its own. So if I use these the most, I can put this one, just the blue one, into here. And then I was experimenting with them in both in the weeks and in the cousin and in the A6 size, because I wanted to see how they fit. So as you can see here, there are 2 different lengths. So I used the yellow one here, which is the shorter one here on the top, and the yellow one there, which is the longer one there. And the shorter one fits perfectly in the A6 size. So it fits perfectly in the A6 size in the monthly view, like that. They have a bit of overhang if you put the short size in the weekly view here. If you put the yellow one, short one here. And the bigger one actually is a bit shy in length to cover the entire thing. And I tried the long one also in the weekly view, and it's the same amount of shy. Like it doesn't fit all the way. This width of this day is the same as this one. So that is nice to know that if you have an A6 size, the bigger ones is just not going to fit the monthly view. But I wanted to open this because the reason why I got this was because I didn't know if messing around with these without a cover or whatever you would call this card thing that they are in, if that would work in like, if that would function. And from what I can tell, just opening this, these are all like they're not stuck together by anything. I'm happy I got refills, and I'm happy I got this too. This is a bit more expensive than the refills. I'm planning to use these to write in appointments and like things that might move around. If I want to do a upload schedule and I want to fill around with different dates, then I can write each video or a post or whatever I'm thinking of, and like play around with the dates. Next up are these, and these are very exciting. I was like, I definitely have to have 2 of these, even though they were a bit more expensive. So they are very, very thin, and they are also see-through like this. And they fit nicely in a box like that in the cousin. And I think they also fit here. No, they are too big. They will overlap there. But the smaller ones, and you can write on these too, I saw. They have demo pictures on the website. So they fit nicely like that. They have glue in most of the place, so you have to be really careful to think about which side is the one where you can peel it off if you want to reposition it, because there's only a tiny bit. So they actually also fit almost in the week's monthly view. It's a bit of overhang, but it's very little. So I'll use these in the same way that I use these, but in my head these will be for more permanent things. So if I want to highlight something, or I want to like mark something after the fact, then I will probably use these. Yeah. I'll for fun just try this one in here. So that's how they fit in the cousin, and I'll try them in the week's view as well of the cousin. So if you used this to block off time, which I don't know why you would do that, but if you did, it would take up 1 to a bit more than 2.5 hours. I like the colors. I like the saturation of them, that they're not like in your face but not pastel either. And these can flip together like this, and they fit in the pockets as well. So I got 2 of those. If I am correctly, there is 20 of each sticker here, so you have 40 total in red, for example. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to use these as well. Then I got clear dots, which is something I have wanted my entire life, or I feel like that's how it is. This is called masking tape, and these come in 2 sizes. So this is 5mm, which is a bit bigger than the grid. And then they came in bigger size, which is probably about 1 or 1.5 centimeters. And they came in 3 different colorways, and I chose 2 of them. I didn't like the third one. And look, green, blue, orange, and red, so it matches. I don't know if I'll use that, but it does. And you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sheets of like in each packet. I'll probably use them to mark dates. I also imagine using them either on the weekly, where I'll be time tracking, or in the dailies to like mark out different stuff. I'm actually wondering how clear they are. If I mark out the 30th, can you read through it? Oh, you can. Nice, good. I expected that, and I hope that. That's what I bought them for. But when you see them like this, they look very opaque, probably also because they're layered. If I hold them up towards the light, I can see that they're clear. So that is those. Then the last sticker thing that I got, and I opened this in the unboxing, were the Hobonichi brand side tabs. I've since regretted that I didn't get more. They're not expensive at all. And then the colorways match the colors of the month. So like you see here, January is red, and it's red here too. You get some extra down here that I don't really like. I'm not a fan of that design. And then you get some here that are also in the same colorway. So you basically have 3 sets here, 1, 2, 3. And I don't know exactly what will go where yet, but I'm worried I'll need more. So I'll have to think about that. But I'm really glad I got them. I was wondering if I wanted to get them at all. But I will probably use some in my weekly and some in my cousin, and probably also some in my A5 journal. That is that. That is all of the sticker things that I got. This is the last category, and this is just miscellaneous. I have a set of folders. I have this set of envelopes and not cards, it's like paper. And then I have some book darts. I have the weekly supplement for the A6 size, and then I have a stamp. Should we start with the stamp? I'm just really curious to see it on paper. I've never used a stamp before. So I wanted both of them. They had 2 different designs in this specific one, but I had to save somewhere, so I only got one. I am planning to use this to mark when to set up a page. So if I am going to write in a to-do to set up something, I would stamp this and write inside it what I need to, like write week 47 if I need to set up week 47. I'll test it out in my current moleskin that I'm using. And what I saw on the Hobonichi page that you could do was use just a normal marker. Of course, I hadn't thought about this, to paint on the stamp and then stamp with that. I had never thought of that, and I don't really know how to do stamping. So I'm just trying out here, and I'm hoping we succeed. Okay, so I used my brown mild liner, this one. Of course it won't be opaque as in the same way that is if I used actual ink that you would normally use to stamp, but wow, it works. I like that a lot. I like that it's not opaque black. I know you can get different colors, but I like that it's very subtle. And I can't really see any color left on the stamp. That's really nice. I'll definitely get use out of this. Then I'm curious about this one. If you buy a Hobonichi Techo in the A6 size, no matter which version you get, there are no weekly pages, but they sell a weekly supplement that, just like the Memo pads, is smaller, but this one is also not as tall, so it fits in the cover like that, you know, if you have a cover, Hobonichi cover on your journal. I bought this specifically to use with the project that I'm gonna have in this one, and I wanted a weekly overview for that. Being able to see a weekly overview is going to be really helpful for this project. So that's why I bought it and what I bought it for. There's a yearly overview here in the beginning, and then it goes straight into the weeks. And then there's like 5 maybe notes pages in the back. Yeah. So you just have the weeks here. You have a sidebar and a bottom bar. In the cousin, if I remember correctly, there's no bottom bar in the weekly view. Yeah, no bottom bar. So this is specifically for the A6 size. You have the month down here with a red ring around the current week that is displayed. It says what number week it is. So this week is week 53 in 2020. And then you have the date and the month and the year up here. And then of course you have the dates. And then you have in Japanese the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on. The bright red here is for Sunday, and this is for holiday. Then you have 3 check boxes with not very much room to write, because this is a small size, at least for me. I know lots of people plan in pocket size and stuff. I've never done that. And then you have the entire day timeline here. So it starts at 5 up here and goes down to 5 here. One thing that is also different from the cousin is that you only have the time marked on the left side here. You don't have them for every day. You just have a little line for each place that there's a number here. So you have to count and be particular. And from someone who has this layout in her bullet journal right now, I can tell you that I do make mistakes and mark stuff on the wrong time. And then we use whiteout, and that is just life. So yeah, I'm happy I got this. This is not really expensive at all either. If you think you'll need it, definitely pick it up. I find that everything Hobonichi brand on their website is really reasonable priced. Maybe except for some of their covers. So these are book darts. I saw Sterling Ink using these in her cousin. She mentioned how she puts them at the end of the page down here in her daily section, because when she has this journal in front of her computer, I imagine, on her desk, and the book is between you and the keyboard, and every time you type, you take your arm over here, over the corner to go to the keyboard, the paper would flip up and bend. So she used book darts to hold them down. And I thought that was really smart. They're a bit fiddly to get on, but they look really nice, I think. And I imagine they can also be used as a bookmark. So it's really easy to open to the daily page. So if I'm having trouble with the pages that are really thin bending, and I also want to mark them, then I will definitely use these. Look how easy that is. And they are bendable. A bit more difficult when there's 2 layers, but definitely on the tip they're really bendable. So that is nice. They come in 2 different sizes. This is the small size. The bigger size, they come in a can, which is really nice, but it was more expensive and I didn't know if I was going to use them. They also come in 2 different colors. I really like them. I'm glad I got them. Then we have a folder set. This is Hobonichi brand 2. They make them in 2 different sizes, for the A5 and for the A6. This is the A6 size. I'll compare it to the notebook. So they are the same size as the books. I don't think I'll use them in my A6. I actually think I'll use them with my A5 sized stuff. I wanted them to be easy, the folders, to be easy to pull in and out of covers. And I think I'll have receipts and stuff in them, so they didn't need to be A5 size. And they come in different designs, and they don't come in the same design in the 2 sizes. So this was a design that I disliked the least. Let me say it like that. Then the last thing before the last thing is this product. This is a block of paper. It's very thin paper, they said on the website, and I thought that they would be really good also for tip-ins. If I wanted to note something special, then this would not hopefully bulk up my planner too much either. And then I just like the design and the color of the paper. So it's just like a notepad. It's not sticky or anything. And there's quite a few sheets here. And then it comes with some envelopes. So there are 5 envelopes here. Yeah, oh, it says here 5 envelopes and 30 sheets in this one. So that's really nice. The last thing that I'm gonna mention is the small drawer pouch. And as I said in the unboxing, I was actually quite surprised to feel the fabric. I thought it would be more of a plastic feel, but it feels like cotton or linen even. And it's really nice, and I like the color of the metal in the zipper. I was trying to find a color combination on the website that I really liked, and I couldn't. So this was like the one I disliked the least. I don't really particularly like the color of the inside. There's a pocket here, and a pocket there, and they all go all the way down to the bottom. And then you have a zipper pocket here with an elastic at the end that is sewn down two places in the middle, so it will hold, like if you're only putting one thing into each thing. I hope you can see this. Then it goes like that. You don't have to use the elastic at all. And then I think you can put quite some stuff in here. And there's a back pocket as well that goes all the way down. And it fits my phone, I think. So that is nice. And then there's this handle in the same fabric as this. This thing here is silver, whereas this is more gold tone. I don't like that, but it's so small and it's not like a big thing. It's just noticeable for me and my eyes. But I like the strap too. To end this video, I think we will do a quick little setup in this. As I said in the unboxing, I got this one. This was probably the one thing in my entire buy that was kind of an impulse buy. The reason why I ended up getting it and like it made sense in my head was because I was contemplating, for example, using or buying multiple of the same stencil because, you know, I wanted to use in particular this green one in all the different notebooks because I do a lot of check marks and stuff. I do bullet journaling, if you're new here. And instead of buying, you know, 3 of these, I thought maybe I should just carry them in my pencil case. And the one I'm using right now is this round thing, and they would probably not even fit in height. So I came up with an excuse to buy this and I'm happy I did. So I think I'll keep those there. This one is getting bent already. Will go in here. Yeah. And these one I'll just hang on to. These ones. I don't know how I'll use them yet. Then there's the KITTA. They can stick up like that. And these ones I don't know how I'll use yet either, so I won't put those in. I'm not gonna put washi in here, I think. Maybe a roller or two, depending on how filled this gets, but I'm guessing this gets really filled quickly with pens. I'm not gonna put a folder in here. You actually can if you want to. Oh, nice. Does this fit? It does. Wow. I haven't seen anyone do that. I was actually wondering if the sneakers would fit in there because it's smaller than the regular weeks. Wow, it does. So you could use this as a cover for the week's sneakers at least. So it takes quite a few things, as you can see. It's not even stuffed. And the zipper is not close to touching any of the sides of the weeks. So that's nice. Well, that's good to know. I don't think it will fit with the cover on though. Will this fit? I don't think so. I might try it just to demonstrate. Yeah, well, if you want to, you can, but I would not do that on a regular basis. You're really squeezing the cover. And if the cover was on a regular weeks, it would be filled all the way to the tip and you would not be able to bend it like I just did. So that's nice to know. So I would definitely need some of these things with me. I want this to replace this one. So since I'll be using the Hobonichi pen that comes with the planners, I won't need to keep these two around, which is a blue and a red pen. So this will be in the side of my planner, whichever one I'm using. So I don't think I'll need this specific thing in here, but I will need some of the other things that I use. So that is my mild liners. I use these every single day, multiple times a day. This is my color coding. Then I like to have a brush pen that's very hard. I like to have a, what is this called? Well, it's pencil, but it's, I don't know the English name for this. I have one of those from Muji. This is normally not in here. I have an eraser that looks like this. This is Pencil brand. And then I have a really thin Muji, but it's 0.25. And then I like to have a gray fine liner. I don't know if I'll use this in the new system, but I definitely use it for now in my bullet journal. So if I put all of these over here, like that, and this one, and then this one. This one is not part of my color coding system, it's just a highlighter, and I like gray. So I can put that there, and then I take all of these and put in here. Like that. Let's see how bulky it is now. Oh, don't bend. That is not bad. It doesn't feel stuffed. I know it looks like it is stuffed, but it really does not feel like it. I can squeeze it like that. I can even, like, if I did this, it would be stuffed. But I'm just demonstrating for you that it really isn't stuffed when you can do that. So I could keep my phone in there, probably. So that is everything that I had in my pencil case that I use, plus all of the new Hobonichi stuff. I really like this. I'm happy. And even if I take all of these out every morning, and sometimes they're left out on my desk the entire day. And if that is the case, I can just have them lying here and then just do this. Go downstairs, open it back up, and voila. That's very easy and carefree. Oh, I'm so happy. Well, the fun thing for me now is that I get to play with all of this that I have kept myself from playing with for a month, just to keep the excitement going for a bit, just for my sake. But I'm really gonna dive into everything now. I might keep one of these in the back if they fit. It does. So that's one spot if I want to carry it around, but I would probably carry it in the Hobonichi cover of the book instead with the cousin. So yeah, well, I guess that is it for now. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I hope you had fun with me doing this. I really enjoyed it, and it was nice to get everything out again, and I'm really excited to play with it. So I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you again soon. All the best from me to you. Goodbye.